Okay, so here's part two. Let's get straight into it. In the previous video, I spoke about what causes actual hair loss and dealing with the underlying issue. So you can do things like get the hair transplant and it will give you some hair, but the underlying issue will still continue to happen. And for most people, the underlying issue is something called DHT. Now, I'm going to read a little bit about DHT. What is it and what does it do? So DHT is derived from testosterone. Testosterone is a hormone that's present in everyone. Testosterone and DHT are androgens or hormones that contribute to sex characteristics. So as you get older, testosterone and DHT may have other benefits to your body, such as maintaining your overall muscle mass and promoting sexual health and fertility. Now, here's the thing. If you have too much DHT, what happens is it can attach to your hair follicles and it causes your hair follicles to shrink, which causes your hair to then fall out. So that's essentially what DHT is. So like I said, even if you get a hair transplant, which is great, you're not dealing with the underlying, you have new follicles in those areas and that will look great, but the underlying issue, which is DHT, that's causing your hair follicles to shrink, if that's not been dealt with, other parts of your hair will continue to fall out, and that's what happened to me. So I just thought, after all the pain that I've been through, I need to go and see a trichologist. And I have to say, I went to my sister-in-law, who is phenomenal, and we tried PRP. But the mistake I made was I think my hair loss was too severe. PRP is great for if you have a little bit of hair loss, maybe just postpartum, but mine was quite severe. So I think the PRP definitely helps. It was the best thing that I had done so far, but it wasn't good enough to actually restore the overall hair, which would have been nice. So I then went to Hair by Anyton, and she had a trichologist there, and I was really impressed with the woman because she was Ghanaian. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was just really grateful that it was a black person that understands black hair. I'm not saying only black people can understand black hair, but it helped. So I like someone that looks like me if I'm gonna be talking to you about hair. And she explained certain things. One, she said to me, listen, okay, over our 40s, we need to start eating for health, which is already a given. I eat quite healthily anyway, but I don't eat enough red meat. I had been taking supplements like biotin. She said to me, you need to drink fresh orange juice. You need to eat meat. She was like, stop taking supplements because those are just that, supplements. She said biotin is in its most natural form in red meat. So up your red meat. So I started doing that. I've started having red meat more about once or twice a week. She spoke about using minoxidil. Now, I know minoxidil has been very sort of hit or miss, but for me, I like minoxidil. Some of the unfortunate negative side effects of minoxidil have been, for me, it can make there's alcohol in it, so it can sometimes dry out your hair and makes your hair quite dry and flaky. I'm black, I wash my hair every day. I wash my hair like once a week, or once every 2 weeks. So having a build-up of that alcohol definitely really dried out my scalp, and it was itchy, flaky, and just wasn't very nice. So eventually I kind of had to stop that, but the effects of minoxidil are very effective, but also it's something that once you use, you have to use for the rest of your life. You can't stop. I don't mind that. But like I said, I wasn't crazy about the side effects. So I spoke to, I pretty much used two trichologists. I'm really fortunate that my sister-in-law's a trichologist, absolutely phenomenal. I will tag her as well. And if you are having or experiencing any hair loss issues, you should definitely go and see her. She is very, very well-versed on black hair. She, she's a qualified doctor. She's qualified to the nines. She's a GP. God, I hope I'm not just saying, yes, she is a GP. She's a GP, she's a doctor, she's a dermatologist, and she has several clinics. Now, it's been phenomenal me speaking to her. I kind of explained to her my hair issues. We did a lot of trial and error. And after I said, listen, this is a problem I'm having with minoxidil, she was great. She gave me another formula that was still a bit drying. Apparently different people react to different things differently. But for me, the mixture of minoxidil and finasteride, apparently women cannot take finasteride. So hair loss, this DHT is predominantly, I think it probably impacts males more. But there are definitely a lot of women that experience it. I've experienced it. I know lots of other women that have experienced it. So it doesn't always feel like they're very fair in kind of like a positioning tools and things in the market that kind of help women. But when I went to my sister-in-law, she said, listen, whilst you can't you know, maybe digest it orally. There are things you can do. So I looked at topical finasteride. I also looked at, yeah, the topical mix of finasteride and minoxidil, which was great, but it did still dry out my hair. And then I said to her, I'm still not crazy about this. Can we look at something else? And so what I've started doing now, which I absolutely love, I have moved over to minoxidil. So what minoxidil actually, so the oral, sorry, minoxidil. So I pop a pill, it doesn't dry out my hair, it's great. Now here's the thing, minoxidil is going to make all your hair grow everywhere. So here, the lot. But it's okay because you just wax and you're good to go. So that's what I've been doing. Minoxidil works really well at growing hair. But like I said, have you dealt with the underlying issue? Now, here's the thing for me. It's all well and good speaking to a trichologist, but you got to take matters into your own hands if it's your own issue. And one thing I was like, hell no, you're not going to make me a bald ass hoe. Not just yet. So I started looking into it. I started buying things like biotin shampoo. Once again, it's great. Yes, it helps. All these things provide a little bit of help, but like I said, the underlying issue is DHT, and how do you block it? So they're DHT blocking shampoos. I've done lots of trial and error. One of the things that I have found to be incredibly beneficial, and I've just only been using this now, I've used it on and off, but saw palmetto. Apparently saw palmetto, now this is natural, you can research it, and if I can, I'm going to put something up here to say kind of what the benefits and what it does. Now I think this is natural, and I bought this one specifically because it was recommended, and it's got quite a high content in each capsule, but basically what it does is it blocks the DHT. And I have definitely seen a significant improvement in the thickness of my hair since using saw palmetto. So for those of you that are thinking, okay, if your hair loss journey has kind of just started and you really want to kind of like nip it in the bud early, I would definitely say, please go and get saw palmetto. Get this brand. I got it from Amazon and it's about 30 quid. But I'm finding this to be really, really beneficial. Another thing as well that lots of people have said is pumpkin seed oil is really, really good for hair loss. Now, I can't tell you if it's working or not. I've seen really positive reviews, like apparently it's got really good high conversion rates of stopping the DHT. So like I said, you can take all the minoxidil, you can put all the things on that's going to grow your hair, but if you don't stop the root cause, which is DHT, shrinking your hair follicles, then you're going to grow hair and you're going to lose it. You're going to grow hair and you're going to lose it. The cycle repeats itself. So you need to like nip that shizzle in the bud by stopping the DHT, blocking the DHT from going to your scalp. And I have heard really, really good things about pumpkin seed oil. This one also came highly recommended on Amazon. So I bought this and I combat it with this, and I take minoxidil. There are a number of things you have to do. Like I said, I'm seeing good growth. I will start taking pictures and images of my hair when I take it out of braids or whatever. My hair's always like in a protective style. I will start taking pictures of it, but I have to say that's been my hair journey. I've done videos so far on like buying different things. I now use the Dyson hairdryer. Does it actually work? Oh no, but it's supposed to be like less heat damage. I go and have a treatment. I'll try and have a treatment at least once a month. I've started getting my hair trimmed. I'm doing everything I can to fight and combat this. Like I said, it is hereditary. I've seen it. My mum's hairline, child. My grandma's hairline as well, child. But that's on my mum's side. Like I said, my sister took her hair from my dad's side, so she's good. And let's just pray to God, baby girl takes after her dad, because if she doesn't, we're going to have problems. 1 second, Kenny Pop. So yeah, like I said, hopefully my daughter takes after her dad's side of the family, because I would not wish this hair loss journey on anyone. But anyway, I say all that to say that has been my journey with hair loss. I finally feel like I'm seeing some traction, and that's because I am doing a myriad of things to combat this hair loss. You girls not going out bald. So I will start taking pictures, and doing updates maybe every couple of months, maybe once a quarter, of how my hair growth journey is going. I really hope that helps someone, because this was the kind of information that I was kind of looking for when I was going on my hair recovery journey. And I'm glad to say at almost 42, my hair is finally recovering. All right, folks, thanks for listening. Bye.